Hello, everyone. What a night. What a room. What a great group of people. I'm so happy to be here tonight. Thank you for having me. Jay, good job. He's thrilled he's done. I can't believe, too, Jay, that we're giving out the champagne now and we're telling everyone, don't drink it. But it'll be very exciting to have the toast at the end. This is a party, and we've been working on it for a long time. AJ and Pauline took me out to lunch in February, which just goes to show you how long it takes to put on an absolute amazing event like this, of this caliber in this beautiful space. The girls said to me that they put in air conditioning this year, so round of applause for everyone at Normandy Switch. It was 90 today in the middle of September, so what a beautiful time inside here and absolutely wonderful space outside. So I'm going to take you through a tour. It's a tour through time because we are celebrating this 60th anniversary, which really, when you think about it, is mind-boggling. People don't even typically make it to their 60th wedding anniversary. It's probably because they kill each other after 50 years. But so a 60th anniversary is really significant. That's typically 3 generations of people who have come through. So we have some real experienced BIA members, I'll call them, and some really young people who are sort of the new blood of this organization, and we'll surely carry it on to the 70th, 80th, 90th, and 100th. And we'll be here for that one too. That'll be a rager. So I'm just going to take you on this little tour through time before we get to our video this evening. Currently, the BIA's mission is to promote its member companies, that's all of you, while advocating for fair market business environment that meets the housing and building needs of Lancaster County. And I understand there's 150 people here tonight from a variety of different member companies, so that's amazing. I think it's even more incredible that there are 435 member companies. Can you believe that? Where is everyone else? Everyone should tell everyone who's not here, oh, too bad you missed the party of the year, because we were at the BIA anniversary. So I'm glad that this group chose to come with us. Looking back to when the BIA started 60 years ago, the president was Emmanuel Murray. And I'm going to read to you what was his sort of outlook about what the BIA could accomplish. I think some of it will be telling for today, and some of it will be interesting to see what it looked like back then. The association came about due to the actions of the Manheim Township commissioners at that time. They got very belligerent and were not treating the builders fairly. Several of the builders operating in Manheim Township felt we had to pull our efforts together and do something about it. So I invited about a half a dozen builders to lunch, and we said we ought to form an association. We were concerned that if Manheim Township got away with these tactics, so would the other municipalities. That is what really gave us our strength to get going. We just figured that there was more strength in unity. There were about 5 or 6 of us that came to that meeting, and in that first year, the municipality started to realize that we were a factor, and we did flex our muscle much more than is done today. We hired an executive director for somewhere between $20 to $50 a week. No worries, it gave him something to do. He was retired. And when we finally heard about the National Association of Home Builders, we didn't know that existed until this point. We inquired with them and they were interested in bringing us aboard. In those days, a builder was looked up to and respected in the community. We were a fighting group that didn't take a back seat. We weren't scared of confrontation, and this started to shake things up. Can you imagine what it must have been like to do that and chart that course? And again, it started with a lunch. So a lunch of 6 people really turned into this amazing organization that has made such a difference for your industry and so many different industries all related to building. And it's really brought all of Lancaster County and beyond together. I'm going to read to you now some highlights. We're going to go decade by decade. These are words of past presidents who have reflected on their time in the BIA and what the conditions were like for the building industry at that time. So let's start in 1966. The board discussed the problem of securing labor and the possibility of starting an apprentice training program. In 1966, the association formed a special committee to work with Lancaster County Planning Commission on land subdivision regulations. Think of how telling that is today. And the board voted to change the annual Ladies' Night banquet to the month of January and have an installment of new officers at this meeting. At least in 1966, they were tending to the women then, so that made me happy. In the mid-70s, the building membership exceeded 100 member companies. The board voted, and this is my favorite one the whole time. This was noted in the 70s. The board voted to buy a vacuum cleaner to clean the association office. At least we made a note of that, that's good. Rent for the Duke Street office, get this, was $50 a month. I can assure you rent on Duke Street is no longer $50 a month. How about this one though? A wage and salary survey indicated that carpenters were paid an average of $4.55 an hour. Does anyone remember working for $4.55 an hour? Look at that, well done. What do you think about raising the minimum wage?